You already know something is wrong. You feel it when you wake up and the first thing you reach for is your phone. You feel it when the day ends and you cannot name one thing you actually did. You feel it when you see someone your age who has built something real, and instead of being inspired, you feel a quiet, hollow shame. That feeling is not weakness. That feeling is a warning, and you keep ignoring it. Because somewhere along the way, you made a trade you did not even realize you were making. You traded discomfort for ease. You traded growth for comfort. And now comfort has become your cage. This is the comfort trap, and it is slowly killing every version of yourself that could have been great. Here is what nobody tells you. Comfort does not feel like failure. That is the whole problem. Comfort feels good. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels like you deserve a break, like you earned this rest, like tomorrow is soon enough. Comfort is the most convincing lie your brain will ever tell you, and your brain tells it on purpose. Dr. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Prize-winning psychologist, spent decades studying how the human brain makes decisions. What he found is that your brain has two operating systems. System 1 is fast, emotional, and automatic. It wants pleasure right now and pain avoided at all costs. System 2 is slow, deliberate, and rational. It can see the future. It can plan. It can sacrifice today for something better tomorrow. The comfort trap is System 1 winning every single day. Every time you hit snooze instead of getting up. Every time you scroll instead of study. Every time you sit instead of train. Every time you watch instead of create. System 1 wins. And every time System 1 wins, System 2 gets weaker. Your discipline atrophies like a muscle you never use. You are not lazy. You are overtrained in comfort and undertrained in resilience. Think about the last time you did something genuinely hard, not mildly inconvenient, not slightly uncomfortable, actually, brutally, uncomfortably hard. When was the last time you pushed yourself past the point where your brain screamed at you to stop and you kept going anyway? If you cannot remember, that is the problem. Imagine two versions of you. Same age, same starting point, same city, same phone. But one version, every single morning, does the hard thing first. He gets up before he feels ready. He trains before he feels motivated. He works before he feels inspired. He does not wait for the right moment because he knows the right moment never comes. It has to be created through action. The other version waits. He waits to feel ready. He waits to feel motivated. He waits for the mood to hit, for the circumstances to align, for life to somehow make it easier. And he will wait forever, because that version of you does not understand one crucial truth. Motivation follows action. It does not precede it. Read that again. You do not feel motivated and then start. You start and then feel motivated. Every time you wait to feel ready before you move, you are working against your own biology. Dr. Timothy Wilson at the University of Virginia studied what he called the doing-feeling gap and found that humans are catastrophically bad at predicting how they will feel once they begin a task. You think starting will feel hard. You think the workout will be miserable from minute 1. But once you begin, your brain shifts gears, resistance drops, and momentum builds. The hardest part is always the first step. The comfort trap poisons that first step. It tells you that you are just not ready yet, that you need more information before you start, that you should plan a little more, rest a little more, research a little more. It disguises paralysis as preparation. It disguises fear as caution. And by the time you realize what happened, another week is gone, another month, another year. What does 1 year actually cost you? Think about it honestly. If you train consistently for 1 year, your body transforms. Not slightly, dramatically. If you build one skill for 1 year, you become dangerous with it. If you save and invest for 1 year, you build a foundation that compounds. If you cut out the distractions and get serious for 1 year, you become almost unrecognizable to the people who knew you before. But if you spend that same year in the comfort trap, scrolling, waiting, resting, avoiding, you do not just stay the same. You fall behind. Because time does not pause while you wait. The world keeps moving. Other men keep building. And the gap between where you are and where you could have been grows wider every single day. This is not meant to shame you, this is meant to wake you up. Because here is the part that most people miss. The comfort trap is not just about laziness, it is about fear. Real fear. Fear of trying and failing. Fear of starting and not being good enough. Fear of showing up fully and still coming up short. Comfort is not what you actually want. Comfort is what you choose when you are afraid to want something real. You are afraid. And that is human. But staying afraid is a choice. The men who break out of the comfort trap are not the ones who stopped feeling fear. They are the ones who stopped letting fear be the deciding vote. They felt the resistance, the doubt, the discomfort, and they moved anyway. Not because it felt good, because they understood that on the other side of discomfort is literally everything they want. Your confidence is on the other side of discomfort. Your body is on the other side of discomfort. Your future is on the other side of discomfort. And comfort is the wall standing between you and all of it. So here is what you are going to do. Not tomorrow, not after this video. Today, you are going to identify the one thing you have been avoiding. The one thing that makes you uncomfortable every time you think about it. The one thing you keep pushing to next week. Maybe it is starting the gym. Maybe it is cutting off a bad habit. Maybe it is starting that business, that channel, that skill. Maybe it is having a conversation you have been avoiding. Whatever it is, you know what it is. You have known for a while, and today you take one concrete step toward it. Not the whole thing. One step. You sign up. You make the call. You open the document and write the first line. You lace up the shoes and walk out the door. You do the one action that breaks the inertia. Because inertia is the comfort trap's greatest weapon. Objects at rest stay at rest. But once you move, you build momentum. And momentum is almost impossible to stop. Write down that one thing right now. Pause this video and write it down. Because an idea that stays in your head stays abstract. An idea on paper becomes real. And a real idea demands action. This is the moment. Not some future version of this moment. This one. Do you understand what is actually at stake? Not just your goals. Not just your habits. Your identity. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you send yourself a message. You tell yourself that you are the kind of person who backs down. That you are the kind of person who waits. That you are the kind of person who talks but does not do. And your brain believes the messages you send it. Identity is built through action, not intention. But here is the flip side. Every single time you do the hard thing, you also send a message. You tell yourself that you are the kind of person who shows up, that you are the kind of person who keeps their word to themselves, that you are someone who can be trusted with their own future. And that message compounds. Over days, over weeks, over months, it builds something unshakable inside you. That is the discipline advantage. That is what the men stuck in the comfort trap never get to feel. Not just results. Identity, the deep, quiet confidence that comes from knowing you do what you say you will do, even when no one is watching, even when it is hard, even when every part of you wants to stop. You came to this video for a reason. You knew something was off. You felt the gap between who you are and who you know you could be. That gap has a name now, and now you have a choice. You can close this video, pick up your phone, and go back to the scroll. Back to the comfort. Back to the trap. And tomorrow, you will feel exactly what you feel today. That same hollow weight. That same nagging sense that something is wrong. Or you can use this moment. You can be the version of you that finally moves. The version that stops waiting. The version that chooses the hard path. Not because it is easy, but because you know what is waiting on the other side. The comfort trap only has power if you stay inside it. You already felt the warning. Now, make the decision. Get out.